Hello, I'm Zachary, and I'm the lead programmer on Hellish Scrub. Today, I'm going to talk about the behavior tree system. For the behavior tree system, the way that it works for each enemy is that they have a tree graph of different nodes that affect the behavior and the way that the enemy interacts with the world. So, to begin with, there's different types of nodes. There's composite, there's decorator nodes, and there's action nodes. Um, for this enemy here, the imp enemy, it has, for example, a parallel node, and then which is a composite node, and then it has different nodes that go in order to state how the enemy will behave. For example, here you can see that it has a selector which selects between a sequence of doing multiple things, such as the chase target. It chases the target, it does a melee attack, and then it loses the target after the attack. It will select between that, the is target found node, and even the patrol node. This means that it will by default be patrolling, and if the target is found, it can lose the target if it's no longer in range, or it will do the attack sequence. That's the most essential part of our enemy system that we have for the game. There's a lot of other stuff. The game has many features like sweeping, swiping, poking, and all the complexities that come with our ball system. And each of those can be implemented individually on each enemy with the interaction properties system that I have created. You can set each thing individually here for different properties, or you can custom program it for each individual enemy. With this system, enemies for the game are much easier to code and program and much more modular than they would be otherwise. I can demonstrate this system in action in the game itself. We can see here the imp is patrolling between two different points. Once he spots me, he'll try to chase me, and he'll do his lunge attack. This is exactly how it was shown in the behavior tree graph from earlier. With the interaction system, you can see that depending on when I attack him and with what move, he has different properties. If I let him, if I get him right after he finishes his attack, I can put him into a pinball state where he is vulnerable and can be rolled up. Otherwise, if I'm just trying to hit him normally, nothing happens. It just doesn't pinball him. He's immune to that attack. This is going to be individualized for each enemy in the game. First, you must put them in the pinball state. Then you can roll them up in a trash ball. Then you can deposit them and defeat them.